This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire. The human postponer. They were the master of one phrase. I'll circle back on that. But 3 months later, you were the one doing all their work and wondering how big that circle is. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can take the hiring load off your plate by automating the hiring busy work from the initial job post to scheduling interviews. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
Welcome to Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends, where we take a deep dive into the Star Wars universe, such as characters, creatures, stories, and so much more. Hosted by Ben of Temeria and Kodojo.
Welcome back, Adapts Acolytes, to another episode of Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon, or also known as Ben of Temeria, and always with me is my good friend, Kodojo.
Hello there.
And today we are bringing you another, scum, villainy, and bounty hunter. Because we've been doing a lot of bounty hunters. Well, we did a Sing last week. This week we are diving into Latts Razzi, who is a bounty hunter during the Clone Wars era, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And we have a pretty cool character we're going to deep dive after this character going forward. Who will have I think I made 4 parts for him because he has a lot of info.
You haven't told me who this is.
I haven't. But let's dive into Latts real quick, and then we, at the end of the episode, I'll talk about that. So getting into her history, and obviously it starts with the Clone Wars, because this is where everything starts for her. So during the Clone Wars, Latts Razzi worked as a bounty hunter in a team of hunters known as the Crate's Claw. At one point, the group was hired by Major, Rigoso, for a job on Corzet that required 6 hunters. But before they made their way to Corzet, Razzi, her fellow partners, Bosk and Oaked.
Yeah.
Oaked.
He was sort of the samurai with the hat, I think.
Oh, yeah. Isn't he part robot? Or
no, never mind. That was a different character.
Oh, different. I'm looking at his face now. That is definitely not him.
Okay.
So they were present at their cantina in Mos Eisley on Tatooine. Oaked approached Asajj Ventress at the bar and flirted with her, and ultimately led to his death. Ah, okay. Yeah, no, I remember the scene now. I just watched a little bit of it now before this. So after witnessing that their partner died, the 2 hunters called Ventress over to their table to tell her that she owed them a favor after killing one of their crew.
Now, that's a hell of a reaction. Hey, you killed one of our crew. You owe us a favor.
You will take his spot.
Yeah.
So Razzi and Bosk blackmailed Ventress into joining their team, saying that that they would turn her over to the authorities if she did not agree to fill for Oaked on their upcoming mission. The 2 bounty hunters took Ventress to meet their leader, Boba Fett. When Ventress insulted Fett's stature and experience as a leader, Razzi and Bosk advanced on her and reminded that they could settle her debt to them another way, causing Ventress to back off. Fett's team would then travel to Corzet and Bosk's ship, the Houndstooth.
Yeah, so it's interesting they let little Boba Fett take lead with this little crew.
Yeah, and he's super inexperienced at this point.
Oh yeah,
really
so it makes me wonder what the hell is going on.
Mm-hmm. So at a station above Corzet, Rigoso explained that their job was to protect a chest of unknown contents on a subtrain to Belugan leader Otua blank.
Close enough.
Right. Some of the hunters were curious about what was inside the chest. Razzi dismissively replied that she did not care as long as they got paid. While delivering the chest, Razzi was partnered with Heist Singer to stay with the chest, while Boba and Boss guarded the engine room, and Dengar and Ventress were positioned at the rear of the tram.
Now, one thing to note, Quartzy is probably the only world that we've seen so far that has an orbital elevator, because the entire surface of the world is covered in ion storms. So the only place to live is underground, and ships cannot get to the surface. They all
Right.
have to take this orbital elevator down to
Mm-hmm.
the subsurface.
Which is very unique because this is like, I think, the only world we really see that in so far.
Yeah.
Anything like that. So soon after their departure, Razzi and her partners were attacked by numerous warriors. Cage warriors. Razzi fought alongside C-21 Heisinger, which I think this is the one that you were thinking of. No, this one's completely different too.
Now, this reminds me of Scorpio from SWTOR, a little, the head fan.
Yes. I did see the picture of that, yes. So fending off many Kaj warriors by matching their skill in martial arts and using her grappling boas to great effect. Soon, she and Heisinger were attacked by Cage warriors. Crismo Sodi, after matching their skill warriors in hand-to-hand combat, Razzi pulled off her grappling boas again, swinging them at Sadi. However, the Kage ducked, and Razzi accidentally snared her partner Heisinger. Sadi then shoved Heisinger backwards, causing the pair to fall off the tram.
Now, she's got a very interesting weapon, the grappling boa. Now, think feather boas, but take the feathers off and just make it this metallic, sharp edge whip, essentially, that she wears like a scarf.
Yes.
It's a very interesting weapon. Very unique. Never seen the likes of it besides her using it, so.
Right. So they later regrouped at the Houndstooth, where Ventress appeared to give them a share of the bounty. Razzi commented on the pivotal role she played as part of the team, to which Ventress replied that she was not part of the team at all. Dun dun. Yeah. So, nonetheless, Razzi, Ventress, and the crew made their way back to Mos Eisley, where Razzi and Ventress drank and talked. Razzi commented that Ventress seemed on edge, as Ventress jumped when other patrons entered the cantina, and Ventress replied that she sensed a monster from her past.
Now, I think this in Ventress's timeline, this is after the battle with Grievous on her homeworld of Dathomir. She's pretty much gone on the run at this point.
I believe. I can't remember where this takes place in Ventress's timeline, to be quite honest.
And I think she might be feeling a not Sidious, Maul at this point, because Maul would probably be active by this point, gathering his shadow.
No,
collective.
This is before that. This is before his Shadow Collective, because his Shadow Collective, he didn't do anything with the Shadow Collective until a little bit later, I think.
Yeah, but she sensed a monster from her past, so he could be coming up at this point.
Could have been Dooku.
I think. Maybe.
I can't remember. I had to go back and rewatch that episode. So Razzi did not limit her bounty hunting career by sticking solely to Krait's Claw. However, in 9 BBY, she was present on Nal Hutta, acting as a bodyguard for the Grand Hutt Council, working alongside Suji and fellow Krayt Claws members Imbo and Dengar, when the renegade Sith Lord Maul, his brother Savage Opress, and Pre Vizsla arrived to try to convince the Hutts to join their budgeting crime alliance.
Embo is the guy I was thinking of. But yeah,
Embo.
I mean, bounty hunters, there's only so much you can do with bounty hunting until a lucrative bodyguard position opens up. You pretty much, especially for a Hutt, they already got enough security as it is.
Right.
So and being a bodyguard for them.
And this is where Maul is like building his Shadow Collective.
Yeah.
So, and then when negotiations turned sour, the Hutts summoned their bounty hunter protectors to kill the intruders. Despite her accuracy and skilled use of an X8 night sniper blaster, Razzi was unable to land a shot on the trio and briefly knocked down when Maul hurled a Twi'lek thug at her. The bounty hunters, backed by additional Hutt enforcers, pursued the three out of the palace and onto the landing platform, but the tide turned against them when the number of jetpack-equipped Mandalorian warriors arrived and fired missiles into their ranks.
Yeah, this was a fun sequence. The Hutts pretty much told Maul to screw off, and Maul didn't like that. They fought. Maul pretty much baited all the bodyguards out to a killing field, essentially.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, yeah.
do you really think I wouldn't provoke you without having a plan?
Mm-hmm. So Razzi brought down one warrior with her grappling bow before advising to retreat back inside the palace. She and Dengar hung back as Suji and Embo engaged the enemy, but when it was clear they were going to lose, she had Dengar throw in smoke bombs and shouted for her companions to flee. Maul let go since they had no allegiance as bounty hunters.
Yeah, that's another thing. As soon as the fighting goes bad, it's like, nope, out of here. Don't pay me
Yeah.
that much. No loyalties.
Right. They don't care. And Maul doesn't care about them. Like, they're little fish in a pond compared to what he's going after. So then, Raza and the rest of the syndicate members were present in a bar on Coruscant's level 1313.
Hey!
Hey, they still sometimes uses that, even though the game never came to see the light, which sucks.
I know, it would have been such a good game.
Oh, it was going to be such a good game. So when the undercover Jedi Master Quinlan Vos visited asking for information on how to find Asajj Ventress, a bounty hunter who had once been Count Dooku's Sith apprentice. Vos has been assigned by the Jedi High Council to assassinate Count Dooku and decided to enlist Ventress as his partner.
This was part of a book.
Yeah, this is the Dark Disciple book.
Yeah, which was meant to be an arc in the Clone Wars, but they decided to cut it.
Mm-hmm. Which sucks because,
hey, but we got a good book out of it.
Yeah, Tales of the Underworld continued after that book, which is funny.
Yeah.
So when Fett claimed that Ventress had cheated him, Latts pointed that she had not cheated them and they had been paid, but in a way that pleased Fett. Fett reluctantly revealed that Ventress was pursuing a Volpi fugitive named Morgari on Pantora.
Now, okay. Ventress, back in the beginning of this, when they were on the Quetzal planet, Ventress opened up the case, saw it was a girl that was going to be essentially a slave for this slime ball of a governor, put Fett in the chest instead, handed the chest over the slime ball, and freed the girl. And Fett was still sore about that.
Yeah. Yeah, Boba, he holds grudges.
Not a bad thing.
No, not in his line of work. So later, Razzi and the rest of Fett's syndicate were in Mos Eisley Cantina when Ventress came to enlist their help on a mission to rescue Vos when they captured by Dooku and imprisoned on Sereno. Latts and her fellow hunters accepted the job after Ventress offered to pay them 250,000 credits immediately. Raza, along with Fett, Ventress, Bosk, and Highsinger, traveled to Sereno in Fett's ship, the Slave One.
Now, it's hard to tell the worth of credits here because a ship that would be priceless for us is like 1.1 million credits for them. And 250,000 credits, it seems like it's going to be a lot.
Right. Oh,
so it's just weird. I don't know if it's like a $1-for-$1 to credit type thing.
I doubt it, in my opinion. Probably not. I don't know.
Yeah.
So when the bounty hunters created a distraction by attacking separatist droids and shuttles, Ventress infiltrated Dooku's palace and located Vos. However, he turned against Ventress and learning that she had murdered his former master, Throm. While Razzi and the colleagues trapped Dooku under webbing, they were forced to escape off-world with Ventress when Voss sprung on the rescue effort and openly sided with Dooku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That rescue turned south real fast.
Which you can go back to our Asajj Ventress episode and hear about all of it there, because, yeah, we dive into that Dark Disciple stuff with her, which is pretty cool. So, with this point, we'll take a quick mid-break, thank our listeners and patrons, and we'll be right back.
With the all-new Dynasty Blueprint in EA Sports College Football 27, you can build your program by earning Dynasty points to spend on NIL, staff, and more. But the fun doesn't end at graduation. With the EA Sports MVP Bundle, get College Football 27, Madden NFL 27, plus Deluxe Edition rewards in both games. Make your rise with the MVP Bundle, available now at EA.com. Rated E for everyone with mild lyrics, user interact, and in-game purchases. Includes random items. Conditions and restrictions apply. See the link for more info.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Hey guys, today I'm interviewing my cat about his perfect bistro food. Percy, you seem to be a big Perfect Bistro fan. Care to comment? Totally. What do you like about it? You love the high-quality ingredients? And the delicious flavors, of course. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Listen to Percy, guys. Visit perfectbistro.com to try it for your cat.
All right, welcome to the middle of the show. We're talking about everything with the podcast. That has nothing to do with the lore of Holocron or Star Wars. I almost said a completely different podcast. It happens. I do too many. But here we want to thank all our amazing patrons and listeners. Thank you all so much for supporting the show. And if you too want to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/Holocron Histories, where you can get ad-free episodes or even join us once a month on the show of your topic you're choosing. You can also leave us rating reviews on Apple and Spotify. Leave 5-star reviews on Apple with some words or a nice Spotify comment. Read out loud next time on the show, which unfortunately we don't have any this week, but you know, is what it is. And then you can also find us on a few different Discord servers. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, as well as on my own Discord server, the Ben and Friend Podcasting Discord, where you can find this show and all the other shows that I host, which are the Final Fantasy Lorecast, the Gundam Lorecast, the Wizarding World Lorecast, and the Witcher Lorecast. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else.
I have
Do you
one
have
thing.
news? Ooh.
Yes. October 29th, Star Wars Visions 3 comes out on Disney+.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they're doing another
Vision
season of
3
Visions.
is going back to Japanese anime studios. Because the second season was a variety of American and British animation, I think.
Got it. I
So.
have not watched season 2, so. Or volume 2, or whatever you want to call it.
Visions
Volume?
2.
I would say volume, because they're not, like, seasons, per se.
I just call it Visions 2.
No, that's fair. That works. So, yeah, go check that out. Visions is really, really cool. Very cool concepts. Obviously, none of it's canon, so... but it's really, really cool stuff. Is there anything else that we have, or no? Is that pretty much it?
No, that's kind of it as far as I'm aware.
Alright. Well, with that being said, let's get back into more of Latts.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast instead of doom scrolling? Smart move. Another smart move? Getting help from one of State Farm's 19,000 local agents when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
I wrote a little song to remind you, Choice Hotels get you more of the experiences you value. The Cambria Hotel's got it all. A rooftop bar, have a ball. Cocktails up here feel just right. Is Cambria amazing? All right. Bring a date, your team, or even your mom. Book direct at choicehotels.com. See you on the roof.
All right, now we are getting into the Imperial era of her history. So during the reign of the Galactic Empire, Razzi and C-21 Heisinger continued to work as partners. The two had taken up a job hunting down a target who had a dead or alive reward. When they encountered Ventress, Razzi was surprised to see her one-time ally, even more surprised to learn that she had an interest in intel surrounding the Path, a secret network created to help Jedi escape Imperial persecution.
Yeah, and there's also suspicion that Quinlan Voss is part of the path as well.
I thought it
Because
was confirmed.
well,
They
I don't
confirmed
think
it in Obi-Wan, and then they reconfirmed it in Tales of the Underworld.
until I see him, it's suspicion.
Fair. That's fair. So Ventress told her that she and her associate, Liko Strada, were hoping to score a big by hunting Jedi themselves. Razzi replied that they were in search of a big score. She had a job that she could use assistance on. After Ventress requested intel on the Path in exchange for their helping her, Razzi agreed. Razzi outlined the plan with Ventress and Strada using a hollow projector in the hold of her ship and involved stealing Imperial starship equipment from a shipyard on Cassaro. Cassaro?
Yeah,
Cassaro. When Strada spoke up about the kind of security the Venator class Star Destroyers would be providing for the facility, Razzi deduced that Strada had inside knowledge of Republic military operations due to being neither a Jedi or a clone trooper.
Yeah.
Now, this is during Tales of the Underworld, for everybody who doesn't know. This is the 3 episodes of Ventress.
Mm-hmm.
So, guessing he was a Jedi, Razzi said that he would scramble the ship's signature to avoid such issues, and asked that Strada would help with doing so in the cockpit, leaving Ventress and Heisinger in the hold. Razzi discreetly told Strada that she knew that he was a Jedi and warned him not to trust Ventress.
Liar!
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. After jumping to hyperspace, Razzi flew the ship low above Cassaro's oceans, avoiding Imperial detection and landing amongst the trees. From there, Heisinger, Ventress, and Strada split up, and Razzi staying on the ship. When Heisinger was in position, the droid contacted Razzi, who acknowledged. As a firefight broke up between Razzi's allies and a large number of Imperial stormtroopers, Razzi swooped in with her ship, firing on Imperial gunships and extending the boarding ramp to extract her team.
Now, what's missing is in this episode, you actually get to see what's in those giant balls that are on the Star Destroyers.
Yes, that is true.
Which is interesting to finally see what's in there.
Mm-hmm. So in the middle of the fighting, Liko lost score, and they were after an Imperial shield relay unit. He attempted to recover it, but was convinced by Ventress to let it go. Ventress then relayed to Razzi over comms that the cargo was lost and that the crew needed to exfile. With a failure, Razzi told Heisinger that it was time to switch to Plan B, hand Liko over to the Empire. As Ventress and Liko attempted to board the plane, they were betrayed by the droid, who kidnapped the Jedi and assaulted Ventress, who was seamlessly left behind.
Now, here's my question. Now, it seems like they were going to honor, doing the score if they managed to get the unit on. My question is, after they got the unit and sold it, was she going to switch to Plan B anyway? Kidnapping the Jedi. Yeah.
Knowing them, more likely. I mean, I would. If I was a bounty hunter, heck yeah. And that's more credits, man. Absolutely. Ventress, however, had to manage to maneuver her way to the ship's hatch, break inside, and quickly take down Heisinger. She then held Razzi hostage at the end of her saber. Ventress renegotiated the terms of the deal, hand over the intel, and she won't kill her. Razzi calmly complied, inserted a data card into a data pad, and it tossed it over to Liko, who nodded to Ventress that the intel looked legit. Afterwards, she dropped the two off and then left with Heisinger and her ship for elsewhere.
Like, well, that didn't work out. Bye.
Right? So eventually, Razzi formed her own criminal syndicate called the Razzi Syndicate. They frequently competed with the Pike Syndicate,
No
Kanabar's
easy
Infonet.
task.
Right, I know. Absolutely right. Like one of the biggest syndicates in the galaxy. Yes, let's compete against them. So, Sanabar's Infonet at one point predicted that Pike Syndicate would challenge the Razzi Syndicate, and the latter group would fall or fail in defending itself. Razzi's organization obtained a copy of the Smuggler's Guide when one of her operatives, a Rybet thief nicknamed Sticky Fingers, stole it from Landorus Calrissian after the Isumenian brawler Bumbletuck beat him up.
Now, here's my question. The Pike Syndicate is like one of the big crime syndicates of the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
And so why would Razi try to go up against them?
Because she's dumb. I don't know. That's a good question, but I wouldn't. That's the major syndicates. I would not even try to do anything against because
Yeah.
that's just suicide. So Razzi had its contents verified by Dorian Thrum, who confirmed its authenticacy. Among her notes in the guide, Razzi vowed to kill everyone at the Sanabar's Infonet once her power grew enough. Thrum made suggestions for the organization which enraged Razzi, prompting her to order Thrum's execution. Great. Razzi's entire exchange with Thrym was recorded in a logbook. It was seized by Crimson Dawn when they conducted a raid on the Razzi Syndicate warehouse. Kira, lieutenant to Crimson Dawn leader Dryden Voss, recorded details of the stolen cargo in the logbook shortly after it was acquired in the raid.
Okay, so this must have happened before Solo's story.
Yes.
Okay.
Say.
So, and for those don't know that a lot of the guidebooks from Star Wars under Disney, they have, the pages there, but then they have notes from various characters. Like the Jedi one's got one from Yoda, Mace, Anakin, Obi-Wan, even Sidious and Dooku.
Yeah.
Because Sidious had a copy of this book.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Razzi at one point became involved with the operations of Gruckus the Hutt, assigned to deliver a shipment of Mark X executioner droids for the use of his arena. The shipment, however, never arrived, despite the promises. When Han Solo come across the Smuggler's Guide for a second time, he speculated that Razzi might have come to a bad end. Years later, after meeting with other former Crate Claw members, Boba Fett noted that none of them have ever found out what happened to Razzi. By 9 ABY, her ultimate fate remained unknown, with fellow bounty hunter Amira Vex wondering what happened to her.
I can guarantee you she tried to do something stupid with the executioner droids and got killed for it.
Yeah, probably.
Or her droid partner, what was his name? High Singer. Finally decided to start the droid revolution and use these droids into his army.
Oh, God. Maybe. Who knows? So, a little bit of her personality and traits. So, Latts Razzi was a Thierlin female with strawberry blonde hair, blue eyes, and lavender skin. She stood at a 1.79 meters or 5 feet 10 inches. Razzi was known as a deadly mercenary, and although she was known to charge a high rate for her services, many clients felt that she was worth the investment. As a result, she immersed herself in first-class comforts and expensive clothing, which she used her career to pay for.
So she was a bit of a high-class girl with high-class taste that needed a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. And then a little bit for behind the scenes. So Latts Razzi first appeared in Bounty, the 20th episode of the 4th season of the television series Star Wars The Clone Wars. She was voiced by Claire Grant, whose face was used to template of the character's facial features. The character was created as a wedding gift for Grant, as she was a big fan of Star Wars and wanted to play a character in the series. The character appeared 2 more episodes in Clone Wars Brothers and Eminence, in which she was again voiced by Grant.
Can you imagine getting your own Star Wars character as a
As
wedding gift?
Dude, I would be over the moon, like crying with joy. Like I don't know what else. I did, like my own character to play as in the series and to get to voice. Dude, I would die happy after that. So that'd be great. Oh my god, that'd be great. If anybody's listening, if I ever get married and you work on this show, let me know.
Gotta find a girlfriend first, man.
Shut up. I know that part. I know that's the tricky part. But yeah, that's what we have on Latts, which is really, really cool. And fun fact too, her species does come to live action with the cannot remember her name. It's the Padawan and Acolyte.
Oh, what? That's the same species?
Mm-hmm. She's a Theron. Yep. Looked it up yesterday as we were recording The Witcher. So
yeah, she got cold-blooded killed.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. I can't remember her name though.
Jackie Lone?
Jackie. That's what it is.
Oh, she's half human, half feline.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep.
Wait, she was a. Just like her. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay. Anyway,
Nothing.
But as far as upcoming episodes, we are going to do. I think I have it as 4 parts. We are diving into Bosk.
Oh,
because
the Lizard Man.
Yeah, because Bosk is awesome, and he has a lot that you don't see in the television series or, the movies. I mean, he doesn't really do anything in the films. He just appears in Empire, and that's it.
He's the one bounty hunter without shoes.
Yeah,
sticking his toes down into the crew pit.
Yeah. And but yeah, he has a lot of comic stuff, which is really, really cool. Comics and novels that are.
Yeah, I know
really,
in the
really
Legends, he teams up with Boba Fett quite a few times.
Oh yeah, he teams up with a lot of other bounty hunters. So, but yeah, cool things to look forward to. But I have nothing else on Latts this week. Do you have any final thoughts or anything, Dojo?
She was a pretty cool side character. She was definitely impactful for me in the shows. She was a very good designed character, and I kind of wish they did a bit more with her, but you only had so much time.
Yeah, absolutely. So, with that being said, everybody, again, thank you for listening to Holocron Histories, and may the Force be with you.
Thank you for listening to Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, the Ben and Friends Podcasting Discord, where you can share your thoughts, experiences, and love for the Star Wars lore. And don't forget, for the Republic!